This is a 2023 BMW M340i. It's a baby M3 that actually looks good. The exterior of this car looks absolutely fantastic. In my opinion, this is the only modern BMW that has been released lately that actually looks good. Since this is an LCI variant, which means it's a facelifted model, it comes with brand new headlights, a brand new front bumper that looks so much better than the pre-LCI models. It comes with a slightly redesigned rear bumper that looks sportier than the pre-LCI, and I think it looks so good. The LED headlights on this car are so aggressive. They no longer have those curves on the bottom that the pre-LCIs had, which was inspired by the E46, but done poorly in my opinion. You can let me know down below in the comments if you like the pre-LCIs more than this, but this looks so aggressive. One of these cars actually pulled up to me on the highway. I immediately gave the car away because I wouldn't dare just have something this aggressive on my rear end. But this is not a regular M340i. It's absolutely loaded with carbon fiber, like this front lip, this aggressive side skirt extension, a carbon wing and a carbon spoiler, and a carbon diffuser. It even has a carbon fiber fuel cap. This car is on beautiful, super aggressive Vorsteiner 19-inch rims that just complement the car so well. It's on 265/35/19 on the rear and 235/40/19 in the front. Michelin PS4S tires that will give you all the grip in the world that you need on the street. And the car is actually wrapped in a Viper green color. This car used to be black, but it's actually such a nice wrap and done so nicely that I actually did not realize it's a wrap. I thought this is how the car came. But let's look at the interior. When you sit inside this car, you're greeted with this massive screen. Kind of looks like the previous gen Mercedes interior, but so much better. You have this massive 12.3-inch display in front of you as the driver, and you have a 14.9-inch infotainment display. This is unheard of in any other BMW before this. It comes with the iDrive 8, which is just filled with every single feature out there that you can think of. One thing that really pissed me off, but I understand, because BMW is moving towards electrical cars, you no longer have a gear lever in this car. Everything in this interior is high quality. There's nothing that would rattle or make any noises. Everything is high quality. This Alcantara. You have so many different options of how you want your driver's display to be in front of you. You have options like content, you can choose your maps, you can choose your G-force, you can choose whatever you want, or you can change the layout completely, this, or you can choose different styles of heads-up display. This car has a massive heads-up display. You can choose between a standard view, a directional view, a sports view, and a reduced view for your heads-up display. This is actually the biggest heads-up display that I've seen in a car myself. You get to have a lot of information displayed to you without having to look down on this massive screen. I'm normally not a big fan of digital dashes and everything, but there's nothing I can complain about with this. I wish that they had a mode that you could choose normal dials like normal cars. I do not like the fact that the RPMs go up from the right side, but
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I guess that's what all BMWs look like right now. Everything is so high resolution, you feel like you have an iPad in front of you. You know, a few years ago when you had a digital display inside your car, it felt like a low quality display with low FPS and low resolution, but that's no longer the case. This is insane. It's a touch screen. You can get to see your own car from the outside, which is so cool. You can see your vehicle status while playing around with your car. This interior has had some modifications done to it, like this beautiful M Performance steering wheel with carbon trim and carbon paddle shifters, this beautiful M Performance Alcantara armrest, M Performance mats, and M Performance door trims. This is absolutely beautiful. I really love it. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the cool features of this car. The first one that has been in previous BMWs too, but I still want to show it, is the reverse assistant. So if you put the car in reverse and you turn on reverse assistant, the car The car will automatically steer and move you to the past 50 meters. You're parked in a tough spot and you really are not in the mood to reverse back out of the parking. You did a great job. And then we want to put the car in reverse and get out of this parking spot. We will press reverse assistant and we just let our foot off the brake. We just have to control the gas and the car will automatically reverse in the exact lines that it used to. And now you can successfully tell everyone you know how to park, even if you don't. It does also have park assist, which will help you find parking spots and park in the set parking spot. You also have a personal assistant, so you don't have to pay salary for a personal assistant anymore. You have so many safety features: front collision warning, lane departure warning, steering intervention. So if you are actually gonna crash the car, it will steer for you, so you would not get into a crash. I don't know how much trust I would put into that. What happens to just getting in your car and just putting it in gear and driving? If you want me to make another video and talk about every single feature in this car, let me know down below in the comments. I would love to do that. I will link the owner's Instagram down below so you can give him a follow. Now let's talk about why this car is actually called an M340i and why it is not a regular 3 Series. The M340i comes with the B58 engine that is 3 liters inline 6, making 387 horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque. It does 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.4 seconds, and it has a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour, which I'm pretty sure if you remove the limiter, it can do a lot more than that. This is the same engine that comes in the brand new Supra, and it's one of the best engines that BMW has ever built to this day. BMW is known for their inline 6 engines. The B58 is actually replacing the N55. Such a big improvement to N55. BMW made this engine knowing they're gonna turbocharge it. So turbocharging was not an afterthought like the N55, which is a story for another video, but that's why this car comes with a closed deck block and it has forged rods and crank, which is a great basis for huge power potential, which is why these engines can do north of 600 to 650 horsepower on the wheels on the stock internals. Here are the engine mods that's been done to this car. AA a downpipe 400 cell, which does not give you an engine light, so you don't have to tune your car to have this downpipe on. M Performance exhaust, which sounds fantastic. XHP stage 3 tuning for the transmission. Arma speed cold air intake, which is full carbon fiber. FTP charge pipe. This car right now with the full bolt-ons that's been done on a stock tune is running 410 wheel horsepower. It's been dynoed after all of this. All right, so now let's go ahead and take the car for a drive. I'm gonna start the car. Since we did the remote start, now it's telling me to press my foot off on the brake and press the start button one more time. I guess let's go. Okay, first thing that I've noticed, this car starts rolling from the second gear when you're in comfort mode, which is quite interesting because something that I've only experienced in the Mercedes C300 that I reviewed. I'm guessing the car has so much torque that first gear will be just too uncomfortable. There's a lot of information that I'm getting from this infotainment system just from the get-go, which is quite interesting. This engine is just so smooth. There's something about an inline 6 that you will never get from an inline 4. If you didn't know, 4-cylinder engines are not perfectly balanced. That's why they need a balancer shaft in order for them to be smooth. But an inline 6 is just absolutely buttery smooth. This is just something that you do not get from a 4-cylinder, even if you don't need all the power, if you don't need 400, 500 horsepower, if you don't need all the tuning capabilities. First impressions, comfortably driving on the street, it feels like every other BMW 3 Series. It feels very normal, very smooth. There's nothing crazy about it. I'm getting some vibrations in the steering wheel, which I'm not sure what it's about. Probably some safety feature telling me to drive like a normal person. Oh my god, that Arma Speed carbon fiber air intake, the sound, oh my god. A little bit of drone that's coming from the exhaust, but that is not a drone, that is just pure, just symphony that's going on behind your head at all times. It is beautiful. I love the sound. This car feels very normal to own. This is a very daily drivable car. This is not like an M car, would just be a little too harsh with you when you're driving it. I've driven the F80 and the F82, a little too harsh for the streets. That's what you want from an M car, especially because of their DCT transmission. But this car comes with the ZF. This is buttery smooth. So far, since I've not stepped on it, this feels like a 330i. Let's go ahead and find some open road so we can step on the gas a little bit. This car is an X-Drive, but I don't really feel it. This is very rear wheel drive biased. Really enjoying it so far as a daily standpoint. Very soft pull. I could get used to this. This is nice. Now I understand this vibration is the safety feature telling me to stay in my lane, which I will not do because I'm a BMW driver at heart. So staying in my lane is not a thing for me. BMW has really outdone themselves with this car, man. I am loving every second of driving this. This is so planted. Oh my god. Okay, now I understand what this car is about. B58 for the win, man. Gonna do one more pull. But one more pull. I think if I owned one of these, it's safe to say that I would always drive it in Sports Plus. Engine just came alive. The exhaust flaps have opened and the exhaust is just singing a music to the back of my head. I love it. Even at like 3000 RPM, the car, it just sounds so good. And it sounds different from the M cars because the M cars are twin turbos. The twin turbos do not sound really good. You have to jump through many hoops and get an equal length exhaust or something like that to make a twin turbo inline six sound actually good. But this car is different. This single turbo B58. Let's go. That is just amazing. I could do this all day. Yes! Okay, one more. I promise, just one more. The owner of the car is waiting for us, but I'm gonna do one more because I want to get to him as fast as possible because I'm not an asshole. I'm a very nice person who's taken someone else's car for a drive and is just doing pulls back to back. And the brakes are fantastic on this thing.
Oh my god, the G-force.
If you have watched any of my older videos, you would know that I'm not a big fan of modern cars. I like older cars. I like to get the feeling. I like more steering feel. I like the hydraulic power steering that give you more feedback. I like more rawness. I want to be more connected to the road. I have always had very strong opinions on these modern cars because these cars have slowly became more numb. It puts a smile on my face because it's still an amazing car and it's still not a hybrid and it's still not an electric car. So I think from now on, I'm gonna do less shit talking on these cars. If you buy one of these, you're gonna be like a happy child all the time. It's gonna put a smile on your face every time you put your foot down or every time you put your car in Sports Plus. The car is beautiful, the car sounds good, the car feels good to drive, it handles amazing. Maybe it does not feel like an E46 from 20 years ago, but who gives a shit? You've made it, you've bought an amazing car. You are gonna enjoy every second of it. I promise you that. Such an amazing platform. The B58 paired with this 3 Series chassis, BMW has outdone themselves one more time. Only car in the world that deserves a fake M badge, and it's got it from BMW. So kudos to BMW. I absolutely love this thing. This is the last good looking BMW in my opinion. If you want to go ahead and get one, go ahead and do so. Spend the extra money. Should you get this over an F80 M3? I'm gonna say yes, and this is the last time ever that you're gonna hear me say yes to this question, whether you should get a older car with less tech and more fun over something like this, because this has blown my mind. I love the engine, I love the looks, I love the interior. It's just something about it that just makes me really want one of these cars. If you want to go ahead and buy one, definitely go ahead. There's nothing that I would complain about. There's just one annoying thing about the modern BMWs that we can't do anything about, and that is that these cars have slowly turned into iPhones, and if you fail to do a software update on these cars, which they would get regularly, you would have to tow your car back to BMW because the car would just shut down. That is a new way that BMWs are gonna end up in tow trucks, because I think BMW realized that they've made such a great engine with the B58. It's quite reliable, it can make a lot of power. Let's make one more reason to have these cars break down and get on tow trucks. Thanks for watching. I hope you are... There is nothing jerky about it, nothing that will throw you off. It is very, very,
It's funny how
very...
you said nothing jerky about it. And can you say that again? The camera is jerking.
Oh.
One more time. One more
Okay,
time.